Welcome to the Scenario Podcast, your guide to mental health and well-being. Each episode, we uncover practical tools, discuss expert insights, and explore how supplements can transform your mental health journey. Get ready to learn, grow, and thrive with us.
Okay, let's talk about ashwagandha. It's a word you're probably hearing everywhere, isn't it? It's kind of exploded.
Oh, absolutely. From, ancient Ayurvedic medicine in India.
Thousands of years, right?
Exactly. To suddenly being front and center in modern wellness. Everyone seems to be talking about it, especially for handling our, crazy busy lives.
That's the thing, though. When something gets this popular, suddenly it's everywhere. Capsules, gummies, liquids. It's overwhelming.
It really is. And the quality varies hugely.
So that's our mission today, really. We want to cut through all that noise. We're going to figure out how you, the listener, can actually pick a high-quality ashwagandha product that works.
Yeah, and the first thing you head around is why it's popular. It's because ashwagandha is an adaptogen. That's the key term.
Adaptogen. Okay, what does that mean, practically speaking?
It means it helps your body adapt, basically. It helps manage stress. So instead of feeling completely wiped out by juggling work, family, maybe intense workouts.
Which is pretty much everyone these days.
Pretty much everyone, yes. An adaptogen helps your body sort of stabilize its response, build resilience.
Resilience, I like
Yeah.
that. So it's not a magic fix for stress.
Definitely not. It's about supporting your system's ability to cope, better stress management, maybe more stable energy, often better sleep. It's about overall balance.
Okay, that makes sense. And it also makes it super clear why picking the right product is so important. If it's about building resilience, you need something reliable, right?
Precisely. A weak product or one that's, poorly made, it just won't deliver. You might get zero results or maybe even some mild side effects if the dose is off.
Right.
So understanding the difference between, say, a clinically studied extract and just some generic powder, that's crucial for getting the actual benefits.
Okay, so quality is paramount. Let's get practical then. How do you even take this stuff?
Yeah.
I read that the format pill, liquid, gummy can be a big hurdle for people sticking with it.
Oh, absolutely. Consistency is everything here. So the format has to fit your life.
Makes sense.
Capsules and tablets are, the standard. They're quick, easy, and the dose is exact. Very reliable.
Okay. But what about the others? Gummies seem really popular.
They are, mainly because of taste, let's be honest. If you hate swallowing pills, a gummy might be the only way you'll take it every day.
True.
Just be a bit careful there. Check the sugar content. Some can be packed with fillers.
Good point. And liquids or drops?
Liquids tend to absorb faster, which some people like, and they're flexible. You can mix them into drinks.
Like a smoothie or something.
Yeah, exactly. But the downside is it can be trickier to get a really precise dose every single time compared to a capsule.
So the main takeaway is
Find the format you will genuinely use every day. That's the best one for you. Consistency over perfection.
okay, format decided. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, the quality factors. Efficacy, purity, dosage, third-party testing. Let's start with dosage. If that's wrong, nothing else matters, right? What does the science say?
Dosage is absolutely fundamental. Research points to a pretty specific effective range for most adults, somewhere between 250 milligrams and 600 milligrams per day.
250 to 600 milligrams, that's quite a tight window.
It is, and you need to check the label carefully to make sure 1 or 2 servings actually get you into that zone.
Okay.
And my advice, especially for beginners, start low. Maybe 250 milligrams a day for a couple of weeks. See how your body feels.
Gauge the reaction first.
Exactly. Then you can slowly increase towards that 600 milligram upper end if you need more support, maybe for stress or heavy training.
And if you go too low,
Or too high.
too low, it likely won't do much. Too high, you risk side effects like maybe some stomach upset or feeling too drowsy. So stick within that window. Got it. 250 to 600 milligrams. That definitely helps narrow things down. But then there's this other thing. Standardized extracts. I see names like KSM66 or Shodan. They cost more. Why not just buy cheap ashwagandha powder?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it's why standardization is so important.
Okay, explain.
When you buy just generic root powder, you're essentially gambling. The amount of the active compounds, they're called, with analytes can be all over the place.
Depending on the plant, the soil, how it was grown.
Precisely. Soil conditions, harvest time, processing, it all affects the potency. So one batch might be okay, the next might be weak.
Right, inconsistent.
Standardization fixes that. When a label says KSM66, for instance, it means that specific extract is processed to contain a guaranteed, consistent percentage of those active with analytes.
Ah, okay, so KSM-66 always has X amount.
Exactly. KSM-66, for example, is standardized to 5% with analytes every single time. That guarantee is what you're paying for. It's the difference between hoping it works and knowing it has the potential to work based on clinical studies.
So standardization equals reliability. That makes the extra cost seem much more reasonable if you actually want results.
Absolutely. And while you're looking at those labels, keep an eye out for what I call value adds.
Like what?
One really good sign is black pepper extract, often listed as piperine,
Piperine. Why is that important?
because studies show it significantly boosts bioavailability, meaning your body absorbs the ashwagandha much better. It's like a little helper that makes the main ingredient work more effectively.
Interesting. A little booster.
Yeah. And another thing on cost, don't just look at the price per bottle. Look at the dose per capsule.
Ah, because the cheap bottle might have a tiny dose.
Exactly. It might seem cheaper, but if it's only 150 milligrams per capsule, you need 3 or 4 to hit that minimum effective 250-600 milligrams range. Calculate the cost per effective dose, not just per pill.
Smart. Okay, so we've got format, dosage, standardization, maybe piperine. What about the brand itself? Does reputation matter? I keep seeing names like Vitabiotic, ZipFit, Solgar, HealthSpan, Wheat World mentioned.
Brand reputation is definitely important, yeah. It ties back to everything we've just discussed.
So.
Well, those reputable brands are often the ones investing in the high-quality standardized extracts like KSM-66 or Shodan. They care about consistent sourcing.
Okay.
And, crucially, they invest in third-party testing.
Third-party testing. What does that actually check for?
2 main things. Purity, making sure it doesn't contain contaminants like heavy metals, pesticides, or fillers, and potency, verifying that what's claimed on the label is actually in the bottle.
So it's like an independent check.
Yeah.
That you're getting what you paid for and that it's safe.
Exactly. Choosing a well-known brand with third-party testing is kind of like outsourcing that quality check.
Yeah.
Minimizes your risk.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch gears slightly. What about athletes or people who are really active? Ashwagandha seems popular there, too.
It is, yeah. The benefits align, well, potentially reducing post-exercise cortisol, maybe boosting energy, helping with endurance and recovery.
But the stakes are higher for athletes, aren't they? With testing and all that.
Absolutely higher. Purity becomes non-negotiable. A contaminated supplement could lead to a failed drug test. Career-ending stuff.
So what should they look for specifically?
On top of the standardized extracts, athletes need to look for certifications like USDA organic, maybe allergen-free labels, if that's a concern. But the absolute must-have is verification that it's third-party tested for banned substances. Look for seals from organizations like NSF Certified for Sport or Informed Sport.
Right. Specific certifications for athletes.
Yes. And often, performance coaches might suggest slightly higher potency products within that safe range for athletes undergoing really intense training just because the physical demands are greater.
That's really helpful clarification for active folks. Okay, let's pull back and look at the bigger picture of the science. We talk dosage, but what's the proof it actually works?
The clinical evidence is pretty solid, especially for those standardized extracts we mentioned, KSM-66 and Shodan. Even the National Institutes of Health, the NIH, acknowledges their potential efficacy.
And what did those studies find?
Well, multiple studies show that taking around 600 milligrams daily, consistently over about 8 weeks, leads to measurable benefits.
Like what kind of benefits?
Significant reductions in reported stress levels, improvements in sleep quality, and noticeable easing of anxiety symptoms for many people.
8 weeks of consistent use seems key, though.
That's the crucial point the science underlines. Regular, sustained use brings the best results. It's definitely not an overnight fix. Think marathon, not sprint.
Right. Consistency again. Okay, last but definitely not least, safety. Is it safe for everyone? Are there side effects? Who needs to be careful?
Generally, it's considered very safe for most people. When side effects do occur, they're usually mild and temporary.
What kind of things?
Most commonly, some mild digestive upset, like a bit of nausea or stomach discomfort, especially when first starting. And sometimes drowsiness.
Drowsiness, okay.
Yeah, which is why some people prefer to take it in the evening. If it makes you feel sleepy, taking it before bed might actually be a bonus.
Good tip. But are there people who should definitely avoid it or at least talk to a doctor first?
Yes, absolutely. There are a few key groups. First, anyone with an autoimmune disease, things like lupus, multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, Hashimoto's.
Why them specifically?
because ashwagandha can potentially stimulate the immune system. And in autoimmune conditions, you don't necessarily want to boost an already overactive immune response. It could theoretically worsen symptoms, so extreme caution and doctor consultation is vital.
Okay, autoimmune conditions. Who else?
Anyone who is pregnant or breastfeeding, there just isn't enough safety data, so avoidance is recommended unless a doctor advises otherwise.
Makes sense.
And third, people taking sedative medications, things like benzodiazepines or barbiturates. Ashwagandha might enhance the sedative effects, potentially leading to excessive drowsiness, which could be dangerous. Definitely need a doctor's okay there.
Right, crucial safety points. Autoimmune, pregnancy, breastfeeding, and sedative meds.
Got it. So just to wrap it all up for the listener, when you're looking at that shelf full of bottles, try to ignore the flashy marketing.
Focus on the facts.
Exactly. Nail down 3 key things. 1 is the dose in that effective 250 to 600 milligram range per serving. 2, does it use a trusted standardized extract like KSM 66 or Shodan?
For consistency.
For consistency and proven potency. 3, is there proof of purity through third-party testing?
Dose, standardization testing.
Hit those 3, and you've massively increased your chances of getting an effective, high-quality product, not just, expensive dust in a capsule.
That cuts through the confusion beautifully.
Hmm.
Dose, standardization, testing. That really gives people something solid to look for. Thanks, that's incredibly helpful.
My pleasure.
Okay, so here's a final thought for you to ponder as you go about your day. We heard that the benefits really come from consistent, long-term use, weeks, even months. So think beyond just the ingredients for a second. Consider the format, the pill, the liquid, the gummy. Which one genuinely fits into your daily routine so seamlessly that taking it consistently becomes effortless? Because finding that sustainable format might be just as important as finding the right ingredients for unlocking those long-term benefits.
Thanks for tuning in to the Scenario Podcast. Don't forget to visit scenario.com for more expert tips, articles, and supplements designed to support your mental health. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself.